academia is wonderful, but it don't come first. Demonstration of power comes first. You doing the work, not listening to a bunch of words that you can't apply in your life. That's what this school is about. So you got to understand what we're doing here. It's the first of its kind in 2,000 years. 2,000 since the time of Jesus. That's what the Lord told me. The first of its kind in 2,000 years. The next purpose, that was the curriculum of the harvest, the campus for the harvest. Now, this is the purpose. Not only to raise up laborers, but the right kind of laborers who move in the right kind of power to change society. You know, America is facing nuclear annihilation right now. Russia is planning a nuclear war against America. And we have to raise up laborers to save the masses in America. Y'all know I'm about to do the crusades in the arenas. Y'all know it's been delayed through COVID, but God has used that time to give me time to get rest. And I'm telling you, it took every bit of almost 2 to 3 years just for me to get the rest in my body. I am just now beginning to lose weight. That's how tired I was. That's how much I gained weight from the stress on the road and doing ministry for over 30 years. But He's given me the time now to get my body in shape. I'm starting to lose weight so that I can get my body in shape and be ready for the crusades. So I want you to know, I want to say I love you. I blow all of you a kiss. I love you. Thank you for helping me to fulfill God's vision and helping me as an apostle in this generation to set things back on track. We are off track. The church is off track. I don't care what nobody say. They don't do this the way Jesus did it. And Jesus said, follow his pattern. And you know what God said? It's important. A bishop told me today, I was talking to, he says, do you know what you're doing? He said, it is so great. He says, you remember when Jesus said, I do those things which I see my Father do in ministry? He said, that's what you're doing. By you keeping Christ's pattern, you doing what you see him do, and he does what he see the Father do. He says that's how the church is supposed to do, but they don't do it. So you got to understand this campus we bought in Texas, it's small. It's not even big enough. It's not even enough space for the amount of people that's waiting on the list to come. And that's why I want to show you the next campus that we got to buy, and I need your help to do it. You must continue to support in a big way, because the Lord told me he would give me $400 million to build out this whole thing in St. Louis and in other places around the nation and the world. And I want to say to you, all of you who are from different countries, I know I'm speaking about America a lot, but I'm also talking to your nations. If World War III hits here in America, it's going to affect your nation. When the revival hits, all nations will be affected. That's why I got to train all nations. Preach the gospel to every creature. Make disciples of all men. So say we have an arena full of 25,000 people. If I just pray for the sick and get people saved, delivered and all that, I have only done half of what God told me to do. If I don't have a school to make disciples or student of all those people, whether they are saved or not, no matter how long they've been saved, there's always something you can learn. You should always be a student under God. How many agree with that? Wave your hands with me. So I want you to know, God blessed me to almost pay this whole multi-million-dollar hotel that we turned into a campus off. And you got to understand, this ain't no old hotel. It's new. It was just built. I think it was just built it was just built 6 years ago. Most hotels are like 30, 40 years old. You understand? This is new. That's why it looks so new. We paid millions of dollars for this, but we still just owe a little bit on it, 1.7 million. The campus in Tampa, we still owe on that. Now, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to tell you how hard, this is the other thing, how hard the devil has been attacking me. You want to know why? I don't just believe it's just racism alone. The devil uses that. He'll use anything in a person, hatred, racism, whatever it is. But you got to understand, the devil is mad at me because he remembers when Jesus was on earth and he took the apostles through this same process, discipleship, and they didn't have to pay for nothing, and they turned the world upside down. They took his kingdom from him. The devil remembers that. That's what the Lord told me. He remembers that, David. And the reason why you're going through so many attacks is because he is trying to stop you because of the pattern. You're following my pattern and the effects that's going to happen afterwards. Lift your hands right now and say, Lord, open my mind to understand this. Come on, say, Lord, open my mind. Open my heart. So as you continue to sow money and millions of dollars into this ministry, I'm not only going to establish campuses all over America, I'm going to put these campuses all over the world. I'm coming to your nation with this. Because he says, make disciples or students of all men. That means a lot of schools got to come forth. We're not just going to build big, massive arenas so we could just have wonderful worship services. No, we also going to have a school curriculum. We're going to have a discipleship program. So every person who ever come, if they want to learn more about God, and I have already put together a chart of where your spiritual growth is. I have outlined that in here. I've been writing over 1,000 books in here. I have started to, God has, by his grace, allowed me to start a curriculum by starting to write over 1,000 books that will outline. Then I'm going to put all of them in sections and map out when you're a babe in Christ, child of God, when you become sons of God, which this is what we're lacking, sons of God. We're only children of God. But most of the preachers, they only stop at that level. They don't become full sons of gods or little gods. They only know the fivefold ministry. I'm outlining everything. And I'm putting it on a map, like when you go to Disney World and they say, you're here. I'm putting everything together. Then the outline of what happens after your 20-year process, how you fulfill destiny, and then after destiny, when you go to heaven, and how everything you did on earth, you start to accept the blessings and rewards you get on the other side of life, which is a mansion and other things, because you have a destiny in heaven too. And then after heaven, I show on the chart beyond heaven, and those are mysteries. I ain't gonna give them to you tonight. But I'm telling you, I've put together the whole thing that I've been taught by the Lord. He gave me a pattern to finish. So I'm on my knees for three things. I'm on my knees to save America from nuclear disaster. I'm on my knees to fulfill the healing shepherd mandate, which is really First Chronicles. If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. I'm doing that first stage, and I'm trying to get America to do that.